in the Walter Reed Army Hospital and in the VA system. Well, he comes home to the Bronx, but it's not home. January of '05, September of '05, he arrives at the Bronx VA Medical Center. You could not have a more dedicated group of professionals. Please, I ask you, when you think of the VA Medical Center, you're talking about an organization of people that wake up in the morning who want to succeed. They don't have the resources. It takes money. If you had 20,000 patients one year and then you have 1 million, you need more resources. But I got to tell you, as a patient, as a volunteer at that hospital, they do a great job. He was fortunate. Let's hear it for the VA Medical Center. From the medical side, he went over to the nursing side, the nursing home, where he's there till today. He receives the best and individualized care like every other veteran that's there. It is not perfect, but it's the best perfect place I ever saw. They've managed to give him back many of his abilities. They said he would never move that arm. And this morning he let me know how he felt. He made a gesture that you all know. Soldiers do those things. I reminded him that he couldn't do that to a captain, and he ended it with the word "sir," so he got away with it. So today is a unique day for Robert. This is the real first day of him out among his people. And his family thought that the city and the borough had forgotten him. I had promised them that you did not. You just didn't know, right? The family has been with him every day. You need to imagine, from January 26, 2005, going to work, going about your business, coming from home, going directly to the hospital till 9 o'clock at night, then going home and doing it all over again. Every holiday, every day, rain or shine, there's a member of his family there holding his hand, challenging him. The unique thing about this young man is his desire and his faith. Robert has always had faith in God. He's not fearful of anything, and he believes that he's here and he's doing what he's doing because God wants him to do it. So I walked into his life as an advocate in March, and one of the things that we start hearing is that the doctors and the nurses feel at some point he'll be able to go home. But he needs a home. And the family starts writing to different organizations, and they're trying to get help, and they can't get it. And a few of us start talking and kicking it around, and so it begins. Well, it kicks off and goes off, and then things start happening. We meet some people who can make this happen. The first thing is, we find the right realtor. We run into a company that's interested in making a profit, but they're going to do the right thing. Remax Voyage, right here from Fremont, now in Williamsburg, moved all their assets to find the right place for this young man. We were fortunate to get a unique agent, Miss Padilla, Miss Aileen Padilla, has invested not only part of her commission, but her personal time in helping us to find the right place. So let's hear it for Remax Voyage. Next came finding the house. We ran into, thanks to Aileen, we met a hero, Mr. Louis Ramos. There's Mr. Ramos. I'm not insist that you bring him up here. Mr. Ramos is a combat veteran, World War II, U.S. Army Infantry, enlisted in Puerto Rico, served in Africa, European theater, and in Germany. He came back a highly decorated vet. This is his home. His wife passed this year, and he had many opportunities to sell this home for a larger amount. But he wanted this to be a home that had the love that him and his wife had. So he's determined, and he's been so patient in allowing us to go through all the courts so that Robert can live in the house where him and his wife shared their entire marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, U.S. Army Sergeant Louis Bravo, World War II combat vet. How about it? Come on!
Yeah, woo! Woo!
So now we have the right realtor, and we have the right house. But now we need a unique set of financing people because Robert, by law, according to the court, needed to have this home titled to him exclusively. We wrote, interviewed, and spoke to many. Then we got a young man who's still in his senior year of college. His name is Jeff Van Note. He represents Jesse Mortgage, Jersey Mortgage Company. They not only underwrote the loan, but sponsored many of the costs in closing for this house, including parts of his first payments on his mortgage. So now we need a contractor, right? And we run into these young guys from Queens who work out of the Bronx, and they decide they're going to jump into this project head first. And they mobilize all their contractors, all their providers, all the servicers, and they take over this, and they're going to build this young man a beautifully adapted house. The name of this company is Bullfrog Builders. You will see their sign. Mr. Costa. The gentleman who built this platform is a master woodsman from Greece, Mr. Dimitris Hakis. Him and his young son, Jonathan, Justin. Justin, I got it. Okay. All right. So, I don't know, he's not here, right? Okay, well, Justin heard you wherever we went.
I'm over here in front of the house.
But now we need to bring him home. He's been sitting in that hospital, and many people are busy, but he's not been visited enough. But one organization consistently takes off their time. Police officers, veterans, who have nothing to gain but to distinguish themselves for their love of soldiers. So the Nam nights, I walk across to my neighbor, and I tell my neighbor, Ed Mulholland, and his wife, Joan, this is the situation. They take it over. They take it to the Rockland chapter of the Nam Knights. They speak to Charlie Mustard, and they speak to Mike Greco, and I attend a meeting of the board, and it becomes an incredible process. We get down to the parent chapter, meet Mr. Fritz, and things begin to cook. All over the place, doors are opening. But we're here in city government, and city government is bureaucratic, and we ran into a wall. That wall was broken down by Community Board 10. Kevin, Mr. Kevin Kern, Mr. Paul Caruso, and Mr. Lorraine Tony. But these were the last heroes. And today, we have arrived here so that we can strike the first nail for Robert. If Robert could tell you clearly, and he can, but it would take him a little while, he would tell you that all he wants is to come home. And it's so nice that you all brought him home. I want to have a special thanks to his mother and his aunt. I thank you for the privilege of entrusting him to me, the Nam Knights, for entrusting him to Bullfrog Builders, for entrusting him to Remax and to Jersey Mortgage. We will do a great job for him. I'd like to also tell you of somebody that has been positioning himself to take action on some of these things that are happening, and I would just like to call the borough president, Mr. Diaz, because he's been proactive in the area of veteran support.
Thank you, Captain. Good afternoon, everyone.